Hello everyone, Danny Garola, Pink Barn Stamper, coming to you from Tucson, Arizona. It is kind of windy out there today. You're going to probably hear quite a bit of wind whipping through the windows here of the barn. It's still pretty warm. We are supposed to get some cooler weather coming up. Um, so that's good. We're supposed to be getting some rain. They say by Friday is our best chance of rain here. My chair back is not staying up for some reason. Oh well, I'm not going to mess with it now. It'll drive me bananas. So we have had a pretty exciting weekend. We have been working on our gardens. We have built a big garden out front. My husband did I think it's 10 by 5 garden bed. And then we took a hog panel and we went over it to do our vining plants, like our cucumbers and beans. I think that's what we're gonna do in there. And then the way that I have it at the one end, the vining part of it, so then that will shade my other plants. So as we start getting hotter, that will kind of cool those off, but still allow the sunlight to hopefully have a pretty decent garden this year. I cleaned out both of my tower gardens. I have those up and running in the backyard. We put the greenhouse up. So we've got the garden beds in the greenhouse, plus I have a long, it's a, what do they call those things? A sawhorse that's out there. But then I have plants set up on there, and I have carrots growing in that. And I have, what else did I do? I did peppers, and let's see. I do have some cucumbers out there as well. I have strawberries. The strawberries are doing amazing. I have all these little white flowers all over my strawberries right now. And the crazy thing is that strawberry bush is from 2 years ago. And I can't believe that it is still hanging on strong. It has endured the crazy weather that we have here. So it must be a summer, or not a summer, but a like zone 9 is what we are. Kind of strawberry growing plant, I'm assuming, because it has dealt with our extreme heats. But so yeah, we've had a very, like I said, eventful weekend getting everything up and going. My husband actually went, and after work today, he took the trailer with him to work this morning, and then went over to the landscaping place and got a big trailer full of topsoil and manure and whatever that mixture is. And so he brought that home. So when he pulled the trailer in today, we unloaded the trailer and dumped all the dirt into the big garden bed. And then we've watered that all down. And then either tomorrow or the next day, he'll get another load because it wasn't enough. So he's got to get another half a load and bring it and put it in. Hello, everyone. I see you all saying hello to one another. Let me put my glasses on so I can actually see my computer screen and so see who's all popping in here. We have Melanie and Linda and Frida and Wendy. I'm so glad, Frida, that you could finally come in and comment. I know you were having problems last week with commenting. You know, it's really weird. I've always heard that with YouTube, you have to just make sure that you're signed in. But I know a lot of you, even when you're signed in, it still won't let you comment. So I don't know. I'm not a tech savvy person, but I'm glad to see that you can actually come in and comment this time. Thank you, Melanie, for liking and sharing. How have you been, Melanie? I have seen you pop in a couple of times. Hope you're doing well over there. So, we are coming up into the, I guess we would call this Valentine's week. So, do you guys have any plans with your sweethearts? Now, me and Andre planned on going to the movies. Now, I'm not sure exactly what day we're going to go. I think the movie that he wants to see comes out on the 14th. but I don't know if I'm going to be down for going to the movie theater on Valentine's Day. I don't do well with big crowds like that. So, I don't know. We'll see. I might talk him into us going on Saturday because I think the movie actually comes out on Valentine's Day. Otherwise, if it comes out sooner, we might go on Thursday. Thursday, I don't have any plans. So, Thursday would be a great day to go. It's a new Marvel movie that he wants to see. Hello, Vicky. And I can't remember what it's called. And he would kick me if he heard me say that. But it's a new Marvel movie coming out. And of course, that's his thing. And he said that's what he wants us to go see on Valentine's Day. So I'm like, all right, I'll go. But I just don't know if it's going to be Valentine's Day. Plus, he also, that's his Friday that he has cocktails and cards. So I told him, I go, you can't let your viewers down. I said, you have to do your cocktails and cards. I go, even though you may not have that many people watching you at the time because it is Valentine's Day, they come in and they watch you. You see how many people comment on your video. So he knows. He goes, I know. He said, it goes, I already had that in my mind. So earlier today I asked him, I go, so do you have a card in mind or do you have any kind of theme that you're going to go with? He goes, I don't know. I'm conjuring something up. And I was like, okay, guy, you do your thing. He's so funny. He's so into this card making thing. He looks so forward to it because he was when we were doing the garden yesterday, when we were out there putting the sides all up on it, he asked me, he goes, so he goes, isn't this Friday? Isn't this my card making Friday? He goes, or did I miss one? And I go, no, you didn't. I said, it's this Friday. I said, but I have you on the schedule to do it. I said, but it's Valentine's Day. He goes, oh, that's okay. I'll make it work. I'm like, all right, buddy. Kind of funny. So I found out some news this last week. I know I'm kind of all over the place. As my brain just constantly jumps from, it's like a ping pong ball in there. It's ding, 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 ding. It's bouncing all over the place. So, you guys have known that I went and I saw the doctor and I'm supposed to have the ablation thing done because of my iron levels being so low. So I went in and I had an ultrasound done. He wanted me to go have an ultrasound done to make sure that I am still a good candidate for having the ablation done. So I went in on, what was it? I think it was Thursday. I went Wednesday or Thursday. I went in and I had the ultrasound done. I think it was Friday. He let me know that he really would prefer that I have a hysterectomy done. But he knows that with the with my daughter that I have to pick her up and down a lot. He said, he goes, I understand that that you can't take a lot of time off because of my husband having to work. And I said, I go, well, we'll make do what we have to do. If he needs to take some time off and I need to have a hysterectomy done, then so be it. So I need to make an appointment, go in and talk to him and see if which way he does the hysterectomy, because as I've been watching and kind of searching things, there's a couple of different ways doctors do it. Some are more depending on which way the procedure is done or how the doctor does the procedure. There can be a longer duration of healing process depending on which way it's done. So I have to go in and I have to talk to him and then we'll kind of rule things out. Otherwise, he said that there is a low estrogen birth control pill that he could put me on, but he doesn't think that it may give me the best results. So I don't know. Like he said, that the best thing to do would get together and have us talk about the different I guess options there are for me. So once we do that, then the more and more that I think about it, I keep thinking, okay, well, you know, a hysterectomy is one and done. I mean, it's kind of the proof right there, but there is a much longer healing process with that versus having, you know, any of the other options done. So, you know, we'll just kind of talk about it, find out what we can do, find out what I'm even a good candidate for, because he did say that I have some condition. I've never heard of it. I couldn't even tell you how to say it. Um, and then I have some polyps, I guess is the word as well. That's why doing one of the other options that I was going to do isn't going to work. So that's why he said that the hysterectomy is best. So we'll see. I'm not too worried about it. He is a very, very what's doted upon doctor in town. He is probably one of the best that we have here. So we'll just kind of play it by ear and figure out what we're gonna do. But I really keep weighing going towards that, just because then I don't have to worry about it. It'll just be done and over with. So we'll kind of discuss it more, and I'll let you guys know as things get further into it and what we've decided, because you guys have already gone down this journey with me as it is, so I wouldn't leave you hanging. So I hope you guys all had a wonderful weekend. Let me know where you guys are watching me from. I did see Vicky pop in here. She is here in Arizona along with myself. I also see that Wendy's in here from Canada. I love seeing where everybody is from. Also, Melanie is here, Arizona, with me. Let me know what you guys did. If you guys did anything exciting this weekend, what your weather is like. Are you guys having clear skies like we are right now? It was a little bit cloudy today, just a little bit of overcast. They said that we were at like a 10% chance of rain today, which means that we're not going to see any rain. But we did have the winds come in. They say that the winds are supposed to pick up. So the greenhouse, I told my husband, he's off tomorrow, that we have to go out there and we need to stake that thing down. It came with these, almost like the things that you put in the ground for when you hook like a dog lead up to, and they go into the ground, and we're going to have to stake that down so the greenhouse doesn't take flight, because I don't need that happening. Wind up in my neighbor's yard somewhere. And then the winds are supposed to pick up, and then we are supposed to, like I said, have the rains on Friday. So hopefully I can get all my seeds in the ground, so then when that rain comes in, it will just give everything a nice, good soaking, and that will be setting us up for sweet success. Wendy went out with a friend to their cabin. That's awesome. Oh, that sounds so wonderful, Wendy. I was watching another demonstrator who lives up in Canada earlier today, and she was saying that it was like below 26 degrees up there. I'm not sure where she's at in retrospective to where you're at, but she was saying that it has been very, very chilly up there. Yeah, like that. Negative 33 tomorrow. That's insane. Like, that is freezing cold. That is in the house with hot coffee and the fireplace crackling. That's my kind of jam when it's that cold. Because what else do you do in that weather? That's nuts. Here I am outside, getting my garden all ready, and you're up there in negative 33 degree weather. That's crazy. Just to think that, we're not that far apart from each other, and it's that crazy difference. Huh. That's pretty wild. Linda, what did Linda say? We had some snow all day Saturday. And so, Linda, are you guys back home now? I know you guys were traveling a couple weeks ago when I saw you pop in. Oh, happy birthday to your husband, Linda. That's awesome. Well, yeah, because what was it? Wasn't yesterday? Was yesterday Super Bowl. We don't watch sports, so I know that sounds very ignorant and stupid of me, but I think it was yesterday. I think I keep seeing things pop up. Yeah, we don't watch sports. My dad actually had the neighbor come over and they watched it. My dad has a big 80-inch TV, and so whenever something big, extravagant sports comes on, the neighbors come over to his house and watch it. So my mom kind of stayed in her room doing her crafts or whatever she was doing, and let the guys stay out in the family room and watch sports because she doesn't get into it either. My husband did make his presence over there though, because he did see the neighbor carrying over a big tray of snacks. And so he went over there to see what kind of goodies that they had, because he knows that sports always means that they make some great little hors d'oeuvres. Okay, yeah, Super Bowl was yesterday. That's right. Yeah, we were outside, like I said, most of the day, so I kind of vaguely remember hearing about it, but I didn't really pay much attention to it because it's not really my thing. So, alrighty, you guys, I'm going to get you guys flipped around. I have a one sheet wonder that I'm going to share with you guys tonight. I am really on the hunt for birthday cards, so I need to replenish my birthday card stash, because every month I'm sending birthday cards out. So I want to make sure that I have a stockpile of them. And this is a great one sheet wonder to make some fabulous cards. You can potentially make 6 cards out of this one sheet wonder. I'm going to make 5, but I will show you the option that you could go ahead and create 6 with this. So yeah, we're going to have fun with this. I'm going to be using Fruit Salad Designer Series paper. It's one of our freebies in the Sale-A-Brations brochure. Super cute, goes with so many amazing colors. I love that one side of it is very fruit orientated, and then when you flip it over, it has some abstract colors and shapes, and it's very, very cool paper. I'm going to share that with you guys. So let me get you guys flipped around so we can get started on this. I will have the template for the one sheet wonder over on the blog. I already have it put on there, so when we're done with this, I will take all the pictures of the cards and get that up and going so you guys could go over there and either print it off, or you wouldn't need to print it off, but if you want to print it off, if you have a like binder that you keep card layouts and that kind of stuff, it would be kind of handy to throw inside of there, so then you'll have it. But it won't come off the blog. It'll stay there. Hello, Lisa. Welcome. Hello, Kimberly. You made it. Nice. It is 39 and dry in Oregon there. That's not bad. I mean, I could handle that. That's at least not freezing, but like you said, at night, it's supposed to get 22 degrees. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, Wendy, you are very, very cold there. All right, so coming up on the 20th of February, which is 2 Thursdays from now, I'm going to be holding my paper crafting class. This is for the birthday. Oh, now I don't even have it written on here. It's for the birthday bash. I think it's a kit. I'm going to be featuring a kit every month. So I'm going to be doing the birthday celebration or something like that kit for this month. You're going to be making 3 birthday cards, 1 each of 3 designs. So this is going to be fabulous. Again, like I said, I'm kind of stockpiling birthday cards since I've been sending out so many birthday cards every month. So this will be a wonderful class. I know a lot of us get ourselves in a pickle and you wind up finding out that it's somebody's birthday that day and you just don't have time to stop by the store and buy a birthday card. This way, you'll already have 3 made. then all you have to do is, and they also come with matching envelopes. So all you have to do is throw that in there, grab a gift card, and you already have a quick birthday gift right there for yourselves. You can register for this over on my blog. Over on the right-hand column, there is a categories button. Go down to the in-person classes and you'll read all about this. You can register there as well. There is limited seating, so I do need everybody to register for that class. It's going to be held at the Tucson Mall. So it's right in centrally located in town. So that's pretty awesome that we got a venue. Okay, so we do have mystery stamping coming up on the 12th. So that's this Wednesday. This will be our mystery stamping live class. I've already put up the supply list last Wednesday, so grab your supplies, come in and join us for that. It will be over on my private group page on Facebook, Pink Barn Stampers group. And so it was brought to my attention that I messed up on one of the measurements. So I did correct the measurements and said the right measurement. It was on that 3/8 of an inch by 4 1/4 inch. It needs to be 5/8 of an inch by the 4 1/4 inch on that layer of cardstock. So when you go over there, you'll see that, like I said, I did update and write the correct information on that event in that group. So just so if you already have that cut, you'll have to, and I apologize, I make mistakes. I know, darn. Imagine that. Okay, so right now through the end of February, it is a fabulous time to join my team. We have 2 options happening during Sale-A-Bration. They have given us 2 options for you guys to sign up for your starter kit. The first option is you get to choose 2 of our Stamp and Write marker assortment packs. So you can pick either the brights, the neutrals, the regals, or the subtles. You get to pick 2 of them. Plus, you're going to get this beautiful stamp set with exclusive designed stamps in it. So that is wonderful. And then you get to also pick $125 worth of product, your choice, out of any of our catalogs, current catalogs, any of our online exclusives. We also have a pre-order online exclusives right now that just started in February. So you can pick from those new items that aren't even seen by the general public right now. They're only due for us in our starter kits or as demonstrators because we get to pre-order product. So it is a fabulous time to do so. And you're only going to pay $99 for this kit. Option 2. If you don't want the pins, say you already have all of our Stamp and Write pins and you just don't need them, you could choose option number 2 and you get to add $30 more. So on top of that $125, so you get to pick a total of $155 worth of product, your choice, from the online store, any of the current catalogs that we have, and still only pay $99. You're going to get catalogs in there that you can share with your family and friends. You're going to get the starter packet, so it sends you the stuff that you need to get started. So in other words, you're going to get the information on how you sign in to your, now that you're a demonstrator or a discount shopper is what we call you as well, because a lot of people don't want to make a business of this, but they still want their discount on product. That's what a lot of our discount shoppers sign up, get this starter kit for. Or if you're one of those people and you never want to buy another thing, then so be it. But at least you're going to get started with some pretty wonderful products in a starter kit to get you started on crafting and doing the things that you need to get started doing. So let me know. You can always email me at stampinthepinkbarn@gmail.com, or you could always call me. My phone number is over on my blog. It's also on my email. Or not my email, over on my blog at pinkbarnstamper.com. it's also, I believe it's even in the description of this, or the email is, but you can get a hold of me anyway. I'm always available. And if I'm in the middle of something, leave a message and I'll call you back. That's why I normally tell people to email me, because then I can just, if you leave your phone number, then I can just call you right back. So we can talk about what you want in your starter kit. Today is the last day to subscribe to the February Hello Spring. Here is the graphic for that. This coordinates with the Grow with Love bundle. This is going to make 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs, pre-cut pieces with bronze foil, unique spring-themed envelopes, and then you're going to receive the Petunia Pop in this kit as your classic Stampin' Spot. So super fun. Don't let this slip away. Today is the last day to subscribe to that. You can read that in the description below. Also, we have Spring is in the Air. This is the quarterly die set add-on. So if you would like to include that, you can. Right now, speaking of Paper Pumpkin, it is a great time to buy your prepaid subscription Paper Pumpkins, because you're going to get free items out of the Sale-A-Brations when you purchase a 3-month, 6-month, or 12-month prepaid option for your Sale-A-Brations. Now, prepaid options are available inside of my online store at shopdannygarola.com. Once you get inside of the store, you're going to simply go to that search bar up above, and you're going to type in Paper Pumpkin, and it's going to bring up your options for the prepaid. That way you can get some of the Sale-A-Brations items. We also had a new Sale-A-Brations items. I forgot to print that one off. I knew I had one more thing to print. There are some new options for the month of February. It's called round 2 of Sale-A-Brations. I think they've added, what was it, like 7 or 10 more items to the Sale-A-Brations. You can also read about that over on my blog and see the new items that they've added to that. So normally they do that. They do a round 2 of products. So for today, I am going to be featuring the fruit salad. Now this is earned with a $60 purchase. This is a pack of 6x6 designer series paper. This paper is beautiful. It's not beautiful, but it's really cute. I think it's beautiful because I just love how vibrant the colors are and how fun and delicious this looks. So when you look at this paper, here is the fruit side of it. And then when you flip it over, you have the abstract. So this one kind of looks like little carrots in this paper. But look at all the colors that are in there. What I read is that this has, what are the colors? We have Coastal Cabana, Daffodil Delight, Early Espresso, Garden Green, Granny Apple Green, Pecan Pie, Petal Pink, Pumpkin Pie, and Real Red. So many color choices to coordinate with this. As you can see right here, you've got your pecan. See how fun the backside of that is? So if you want to coordinate these papers together, they blend so well. Then you've got some apples here with the backside. You've got your citrus here and your little lemon and orange slices. Some cantaloupe. And look at this, matches the outside of the, or maybe that's a honeydew rind of that. Then you've got a big piece of the orange there with kind of the orange outside peel. Look at this. Look at the pina colada here. You've got your pineapples with your pineapple rings. That's one of my son's favorite fruits. He loves it. There's a store that we used to go to all the time when we lived up in Oregon. It was called Winco. They don't have Winco's down here in Tucson, but they do have them up in Phoenix. So every once in a while, we'll travel to Phoenix to go to Winco. And he always has me get the great big bag because they have an amazing bulk foods section at Winco. And he always has me get the dried pineapple rings. He loves those. So for Christmas, I think it was last year, I got a dehydrator machine so I can actually make him the pineapple rings that he loves. Yes, Mary. Hello, dear. Yeah, this paper is so fun. This one is probably my favorite right here. I love watermelon, and I think it is just so summery and refreshing. And I love that it has the rind along with the inside of that. So that would be super fun. I can see scrapbook pages being made with that. Especially, I have pictures of my daughter when she was younger, when she could actually hold on to things. She was holding a big slice of watermelon and eating it. So that might be cute to do a scrapbook page with that. Then we've got our little kiwi. This reminds me of when we were in Hawaii too, because when we were in Hawaii, we had like an abundance of fruit. Every time we went somewhere, they always had fruit trays sitting out, and I loved that. I'm a sucker for fruit anyways. I love fruit. Look at these pears with that yellow daffodil delight on the backside. And then you've got pomegranates, and we have pomegranates growing right here in our yard. Unfortunately, we never really get to yield any fruit from the pomegranate tree because we have these pesky little things called birds. And yes, I love the birds, and yes, I feed the birds, but they also eat my pomegranates. And I get so frustrated with them because I'm like, hey, I give you your own food. Stay out of my pomegranates. But they want those antioxidants from the pomegranates, I guess. I guess they need it just as much as we do. And I've tried covering the pomegranates. I've even tried, they say if you take pantyhose and you just cut the feet part off of them, you can wrap it around as the fruit is growing. Nope, they even go through the pantyhose. It's ridiculous. So I've kind of given up on the pomegranate. It grows out there, but it just becomes feed for the birds at this point. Okay, so I am choosing to use this piece. I just like that it's got all the colors in it, and I've picked out some papers that we're going to use for that. Here is my template for the one sheet wonder that I'm going to do. This is a 6x6. As you can see here, well, it might be just a little bit bigger from when I printed it. We're going to cut this down, and we are going to make 5 cards using our 6x6 piece of paper. Now, I'm going to show you the option that you could actually make 6 cards from this if that's what you choose, if you would like. I'm going to go ahead and stick with the 5 because I like the way that I'm going to use the layout. But first, we're going to cut this paper down. So for this kit this week, this kit is going to be for your 5 cards. You're going to get 5 card bases. And I will put a couple of the different colors in there that I have chosen to use. And then I will give you your 6x6 piece of paper, and you'll cut that down. Okay? Just so you know that how this kit is going to work for this week. You're going to get enough card bases to create 5 cards. So it's kind of a good time to shop with me. So when you shop with me and you spend $35 or more, and you must use my current host code, you're going to get a kit in the mail that's going to make this week 5 cards. It's normally the 3 cards that I feature, but since I'm doing a one sheet wonder, you're going to get enough card bases and the paper to make 5 cards. And it'll be the 5 cards that I'm showing tonight. Okay, so what we're going to do is, if we look at this, you can see that our first cut mark, I'm going to go on the downslope here, because then we'll go to cutting these little pieces as we go. So I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to cut this at 2 inches because we have a 2x3, and then these are both 1 inch pieces. So if I cut this at 2, then it's going to leave me my 4 inches over here, and then we can start cutting things down. So we're going to cut at 2 inches first. Here's my 2 inches. Then I'm going to cut this in half because we need a 2 by 3. So I'm going to cut that at 3. Here's my first 2 by 3 piece, which is this part right here. Then this would be my bottom portion right here. So we're going to cut this at 1 inch. So there's both of my 1 inch by 3 inch pieces. Then this is my leftover piece over here, which is my 4 inches by 6 inches. So for this top portion up here, I am going to cut that at 3. So now that is cut in half. That's going to go over here like so. And I'll cut it on the diagonal when we get to that piece. Then for our piece here, this is our bottom portion over here. We are going to go ahead and cut this at the 2 inch mark. Here's our 2 by 3 for right here. So we're going to set that here. And then this is 2 by 3, but we're going to turn this and we're going to cut it at 1.5. Just like so. So now we've got 1.5 by 2. So that is what our our little one sheet wonder is going to look like before we have cut the diagonal. So does that make sense right there? As you look at this over here. Okay, I'm going to place that aside. Now I'm going to pull out my paper. So what I have done is I have picked, I think I'm going to do 2 card bases in, I think I'm going to do 2 card bases in real red. So for those, I am going to go ahead and cut. I'm going to score at 4 1/4. I'm going to do my scoring first. And then I'm going to turn this and I'm going to cut it at 5 1/2. So there's 2 card bases in real red. So I'm going to set those aside as well. I have a piece of Daffodil Delight. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. And then cut it at 5 1/2. There's 2 more card bases. And then let's do the same thing with our green. We are going to, I'm not going to score all the way through it because we're going to have one of our green here. I mean, we can always change our minds, but let's go ahead and cut this at 5 1/2. And I'm going to set that over there. So I'm going to keep those as scraps because I'm going to mat the back of these. And then we're going to go ahead and score this at 4 1/4. So there are my 5 card bases. And see how those colors go? This is Granny Apple Green, Delightful, or Daffodil Delight, and Real Red. And those all coordinate beautifully with that paper. These are what I'm going to choose as my photo mat. So with this piece right here, I know this piece is 3 by 4. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to take the red, because I think I'm going to do it on this piece here. I am going to take this and I'm going to do 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, like so. And then I'm going to hang on to this piece because it could actually be a mat for one of my little pieces here. We can always make it work. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paper, and because I can see this is a 3 by 4, I'm going to turn it and I'm going to take the top, depending on what I want it my orientation. If I have a paper that is directional, then I need to pay attention that I'm going to cut from my top right-hand corner down to my bottom left-hand corner. Okay, just like so. So there's that piece and there's that piece. So I'm going to set those there. And then I'm going to do the same thing with my red piece, which is 1/4 inch bigger. So it's 3 3/4 by 4 1/4, just like so. Okay, that's going to be my mat for those two pieces. So I'm just going to set that aside too, because that's pretty much the main two that we need to worry about cutting differently. Then we've got 2 pieces that we know that are 2 by 3. And then we've got 2 pieces, 1 1/2 by 2. So we will cut those with our pieces here that we have left over. So let's decide what we're going to do first. I think we're going to go ahead and we are going to use Trader Joe's for pomegranates. Oh, I didn't know that they had pomegranates there. Huh, I'll have to check into that. Okay, so for our first card, I am going to use both of these 2 here. These are the ones that I cut from this little panel right here. These are 1 1/2 by 2. So what I'm going to do with those is set my card base aside. I'm going to grab my green here, my Granny Apple green, and I'm going to go ahead and cut at, we're going to cut it 1 3/4 by, what do we have? 1 3/4 by 2 1/4. 2 1/4 and 2 1/4. Okay, so those are my mats for that. So those are going to go there for that card. So let's do that card first. So let's fold this. There's our card base. This one is going to be landscape. We're going to take both of our pieces here and we're going to grab our glue. We're going to mat these on our pieces here. Okay, there are my 2 pieces matted. Okay, and what we're going to do with this is we are going to take these, and we're going to turn them like this, and we're going to add these to our cards, or to our card. Now, I want to add my sentiment. So what I did was I went and I picked out a couple of stamp sets. Now, these are, I think this one's retired, and I think the other one is actually either retired or it's on our discontinued last chance list. I think it might actually be gone, the other one. I just wanted the simple happy birthday, and I wanted it kind of in a chunkier font. So I picked that one. I also picked this one here. Oh, that's not the one that I wanted. Where did I just put it? Oh, right here. This happy birthday. I like this long scripty one. So we can decide what you want. You just want to pick whatever font, or not font, but whatever sentiment you're going to use. You want it to just be kind of big and bold. So that's why I picked these 2 out of my stash that I have here. So I think those are going to, either one of those will work well. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere those down. I really like how when you add a back layer to these, you really make your card or this paper kind of pop off of that red. It just really adds a whole nother element to this paper. You could just do the paper by itself. I mean, it would look good on there as is, but I really think adding that little layer to the back really gives it a pretty... Okay, pop to it. Let's go ahead and do this one. Okay, so I'm just inking up that happy birthday, and we're just gonna come straight down on that like so. Just like that. That's exactly what I wanted that to look like. Perfect. I will come back and we will do the insides of these cards. I'm going to go ahead and just do the outsides of them first, and then we can decide if we want to put some embellishments on there or just leave them the way that they are. So there is the first one. Then the second one, I'm going to grab one of these 2x3s. I think on this one, what do I like better on the... I think I'm going to do one on the green. So this I need to cut at 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. Just like so. So that'll be for that one. So we're going to mat that on there. We're going to fold this, our next card base. Okay, let's mat that on the green. Okay, just like so. And now when we take this, we're going to put this on here like that. And then, let's see, do I like it like that? Actually, this one, I'm going to turn this like this. I want this going this way. Okay, so we're going to do this one on this base like so. We're going to adhere that down. Now you could add dimensionals to these if you want to make those pop up, which I think I'm going to go ahead and do that on this one. But first I'm going to stamp my sentiment. So I'm going to stick with this one. So before I put that down, I'm going to do my happy birthday across here. Just like so. Give that some time to marinate into that paper. Okay, then I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back of this. And you can go as fancy as you want, and you could actually do Versamark, and you can use some embossing folder or embossing powder on there and heat emboss your sentiment if you want to do it that way. I'm just showing you the more simpler technique of how to do these so you can get some cards made. Okay, I'm going to, whoops, it's not quite over far enough. Okay, just like that. So there is the second card. Okay, then let's grab, we have not done this green one yet. I think we're going to do this green one now. So the green one, I think we want to do Do we want these? And I'm going to actually do those with our red. So let's take this. These are 1 by 3. So I think if we go, no, not going to work that way. So we're going to cut off, and I did have that, where did I put that little strip that I had? Oh, right here. I wonder if that'll be long enough. Oh, hot dog. We're going to use this little piece here, use all the scraps that we can, and we're going to cut this at 1 1/4. And I think it's already 3 1/4. Perfect. And then we just need to cut another one. So 1 1/4 by 3 1/4. Okay, there's the first one. And see, and that's another reason, Kimberly, you had said that this is a great color combo. That this paper, again, with, you know, a lot of our paper, we've got some great colors in there. I really liked this because it kind of brought in so many different ones that you could kind of just mix and match here. When I'm done with this one, later on, when I need to come back and make some more, I'm going to actually use the Toadstool Garden paper, just because it also has some really, really fun colors in it. And it would be, again, it's got some really great patterns in there that would be really fun for this this one sheet wonder as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to grab each one of these, and this is going to go like this. These two are going to go right like so, and then we're going to stamp our sentiment in the center. So I'm going to actually put these down first. There's the first one. I'm going to turn that around. Here's the second one. Okay. We're going to grab that. Happy birthday again. I'm going to stamp that right in the center here. Let that marinate in. Okay, just like so. There is that. Okay, so there is card number 3. All right, our next one. So we've got this piece and then our 2 diagonals here. So I'm going to grab the red, and I'm going to use a scrap of that green. And that is going to be, this is a 2 by 3, so we need 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. Then you've still got plenty of scraps here to use for more cards. And our card base, let's go ahead and this is going to be, again, another, what do we got here? We've got one landscape, and we've got 2 of our portrait. This one is going to be a portrait style as well. This one's going to be just a bit different. we're going to take that. We're going to place this just like so. Then I brought out another stamp set, and I'm bringing out my stylish shapes. I know, surprise, surprise, right? Oh, that was the other stamp set that I was looking at. I also brought out this stamp set right here. Now, this is from one of our past paper pumpkins called Beyond the Horizon. This is from March of 2022. But you've got these big, chunky words, and that's what I was looking for as I was going for this. So you've got this one that says Best Wishes. You've got Celebrate. And I really like those. But again, I think what I've chosen is going to work perfect. Now, I also need a scrap of white for this. Now, if you don't have these dies, don't fret. All you have to do is cut yourself a square. Now, let me tell you, this square is a 2x2. I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. I really like this has got some really cute little tick marks along the side of it, and I just think that's really cute. But what I want to do first is I do want to stamp my sentiment on here before I cut it out. So I'm going to pick this So Happy to Celebrate You, because again, we're staying with that birthday theme. This set is still available. This is called Layering Leaves, and there's actually a die that coordinates with that called the Bow Punch, or not dies. There's a punch that coordinates with that. Okay, I'm gonna grab the black. So Happy to Celebrate You. Okay. I know, right? The color is amazing, especially when you've been making so many Christmas cards and you're kind of just, I mean, even though I am still using red and green, having these colors in this paper really brighten things up and just kind of take you out of the fall Christmas feeling and bring you back into the spring pop of things. Okay, so here's my little square. And so what I'm going to do with this is I am going to place this up over here. And then this is going to go right down here on this corner. Now, if you don't like the square, you could always use a circle. That would work as well. I think I'm going to go ahead and glue this one down. And then I think I'm going to pop this up. Yep, we're going to do that. Okay, then this is going to go right, kind of watching the space over here. I want kind of both of those spaces to be the same. So just like that, there is the next one, and our sentiment is there, so we don't have to worry about stamping on our card. Our next and final piece, we're going to use our Daffodil Delight, our last card base. Now, this is where I was telling you, you guys could do actually 6 cards if you wanted to. If you want to stretch this even further to the 6th card, all you would do is, let's get these put on here and see how perfect those, just a 1/4 of an inch bigger. Okay, let's do that. Okay, there's that one. Now there's a couple different options for this card that I'm gonna show you how you can lay things. And don't forget that you have a back side to this paper. So if you wanted to actually flip a side over, you could do that and get different patterns as well. So you're not just dealing with the one pattern. You can flip that over and get the other side also. I just really like that this side had all the colors on it. If I was to flip that over, it only has green, those little carrot-like look to them. So with this, you could actually come in and you could put this on this card, cut yourself another layer of this, which, I mean, you already have. So you could cut another layer of your green card base like so. You could put this on here, and then you could put this one on here, and you would have 6 cards. Now, I'm going to just do 5, and I'm going to place these like this. I'm going to take my, you could either take your sentiment and run your sentiment, obviously not like that. You could run it like that. You could turn these and you could go this way with this, run your sentiment down the lengthwise of that. I'm going to actually, again, with my stylish shapes, I'm going to cut some circles, and I'm going to put a circle in the center of this with this same sentiment here. I think what you could do, if you wanted to, you could actually flip this over and put it kind of like that. Maybe that wouldn't work. So yeah, you could either make your card go landscape, or you could make it go portrait style. I think actually I'm going to do, now that I see that I have 3 cards that are portrait style and I only have 1 landscape, I think I'm going to actually turn this to the landscape style. So I have just another look here. I'm going to grab my Stylish Shapes dies. I need that one. Well, maybe that's a little too big. Maybe we'll go with the next 2 lower sizes down. Yep, I like that. Okay, so I'm not going to use the biggest one, but I am going to use, this one is 2.5 inches wide, and this one is 2.25 inches wide. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the white on the smaller one, and then I'm going to use my red, same colors I used here, the real red, and I'm going to cut that. Okay, so actually I'm going to stamp on that first, so I make sure I get my circles centered. So let me do my real red. So you have plenty of scraps if you use just 2 half pieces for your scraps for your layering mats. Because I still have this left over. And then I have this left over from 2 half cards. Okay, so there's the red. Okay, I'm going to do this one. Yes, exactly, Vicki. The long stamp right here, if you wanted to, you could take that and run that just like so. I think that's what you're saying, right? Yep, you can run that straight across there. I'm going to add a circle to the center of mine. But yeah, that's another option as well. Even in, like I said, if you were going to make 2 of these, you could even do like this up in the top corner and run that down the side there. That would be really cute for a card. And then do your other layout, like if you had this one and then you have this one over here, you could do that like that. So you could get, like I said, 6 cards out of this if that's the option that you want to go with, and just use stamps and then not have to worry about using anything else. You can absolutely do that. These, again, you can make them as simple or as complex as you want. I'm just more or less showing you the layout for the one sheet wonder so you guys can play. And when you guys play, I would love if you guys would share your creations over on Pink Barn Stampers group. If you're not a part of that, please go over there and join that and share your creations. We love to see what you guys come up with, because I can't be the only one sharing inspiration here. We all have our own ideas and our own way of doing things, and that's what helps inspire each one of us. Okay, so I'm going to take this one, and this is going to go right here, just like that. Now I have a little bit of glue goobers over here. Oh, hi, friend. You can go away. Okay, and then this one. Okay, we're going to put that one right there. Okay, I'm going to put this circle inside of the red. I have enough scraps that if I wanted to, I could have done it on green, just to kind of spice up colors there. If you wanted to do a green circle and put that there, you could have. But we're just going to go with the red. And look how beautiful that is. It just pops off of those colors. Absolutely, Linda. I can't wait for you to give these a try too. They are super simple. And I mean, you can really take these and make them, you know, so much more. So just know that I'm making them pretty simple right now, but we could add so many things to these and make them just voila, pop. Now, I think, I don't think I have any red, but maybe, do we have any green? We do have that, but that's not the right color green. Let's see what we have here. There's that pecan pie. So this is where the fun begins, where you can start adding all these different colors on there to kind of make some bling action happen. Oops, that's not what I meant to grab. I meant to grab this because this has got a couple of different greens in it. Where'd that other one just go? That's not the right color green either, but there it is. That's the other one. Nope, that's not the same color either. We could always just go with rhinestones. Rhinestones always work. And we've got something like that. We'll just bring a couple of these different things out here. And let me put the lid on my glue so I don't get glue everywhere. So we've got all these different options here to play with. I think this, we've got some different color greens going on. We've got this, I think this is more like our lemon lime twist, or it might be granny apple green. Well, that's granny apple green. This is, maybe we might do that green. let's see how that would look on here. If we were to go like that, oh, that doesn't look bad. That actually looks kind of good. Let's go like that. And then we'll put one more right down here on that. So there's that. Okay, let's look at this one. And that's not the right color green. Maybe these white ones might look good, or we've got, these might look good. I don't know, I've got so many embellishments going on everywhere. And then the next thing I know, they are no longer available. And then I'm like, ugh, I didn't even get to use very many of those. So we're gonna use them. That's what's kind of fun about being able to do this. We can use whatever we have available. Okay, so there we go. There's that one. Let's look at this. See, this is where I wish I had some red. But I don't have any red. I used to have little tiny red, but I don't anymore. I think I've definitely retired those, and that is Blackberry Bliss. That's not red. Wait a minute, what color's underneath here though? Oh, give me this. Oh, see, that's not the right color. What do I got going on here? I pulled a bunch of these little things off. Oh well. And that's not the right color green, so no, that won't look good. I gotta fix those when we're done here. So I'm gonna set that over there. Those are pink. I mean, we've got peppermint candies. That's some red, but not really the right color red that I'm looking for. Oh, wait a minute. These are red. I think there's red up inside of here. Oh, look, there's red. Hee hee. See, yellow would go good too, but that's not really yellow. I mean, that would be okay. That is, I think that's peach pie. I don't think I have any yellow. Oh, I have yellow in those. We could always do those as well. See, the more and more I get looking, the more and more colors I do have. So I think we're going to do red on this though. So we're going to put some red on here. So let me get these off of here. We're going to do a red one there. And do another red one right up here. And then let's do the next one down here. Like that. See, those red are fun on that. Okay, so there's that one. Now I need to find all these packages. Now our next one is this. I think I might actually use these yellow ones on it. There's those. Those are kind of green. Those might be neat. Let's try those. Oh yeah, those look good. These iridescent. Oops. It's a linger. Look how those change. Those really match that green very well. So let's take a look at this yellow one. I think I don't want those. Oh, see, I didn't even use any of the yellow. That's okay. We'll be making plenty more. We're not going to use rhinestones. Maybe we should put some red on there. The red might look really good. What do you think? Do you like the red on there? Yep, we're going to go for it. Why not? Okay, put that one there. Put that there. Put that one right up there. All right, I think we have those complete now. And then we have to do the insides. So with the insides of these, I thought it might be kind of fun to, since this paper has all these fun little fruits on it, you could take your paper and you could cut your little fruits out of it, or you could just simply stamp your greeting in the inside. Like I said, since we know we want some birthday cards in here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab just another one of these papers. So I want, instead of using the fruit, because I'm going to be making more of these cards, I'm going to use one of these, since this has all the fruits on it, I could grab any one of these papers and place across the bottom. I think I like the red. So let's take that. So we're going to take this piece and we are going to cut some 1/2 inch little pieces here. One, two, three, four, and we need one more. Little 1/2 inch piece. Okay. Put that in my paper pack. Then we need 1, 2, 3, 4, and oh, come on. My hands do not want to work. 5. Okay. Then we can decide, okay, we're going to put this in here. Do we want this red strip going down here? Do we want it going across the bottom? We can just kind of mix and match these. Let's just go for it. Let's grab our glue. Okay, grab our scissors again, cut off the extra bits here. Okay, and we'll put this inside. Okay, and my inside pieces are 3 3/4 by 4. 3 3/4 by 5. Kimberly says that she made cards all day long on Saturday, and when she got home and changed into jammies, she found adhesive back sequins stuck to her left boob. Right? That's what I say. We always find either like these little backings or little embellishments. Sometimes they'll be on your foot. Maybe they'll be on your butt cheeks. I mean, you never know where you're going to find little embellishments, right? At least they're pretty. You felt something poking you. Oh, God. That's funny. That's pretty cute. I love that. I needed that laugh. Oh, and it was pink. Oh, hot dog. And that's awesome. Okay, so there's the inside to that one. So let's do this. This one we're going to, see, speaking of pieces being stuck to where they're not wanted, We're going to take this one inside of here, and this time I'm going to do this one across the bottom. And since Kimberly likes to fussy cut, she would be good at fussy cutting some of the fruit out of this paper, and then she could add her little fruit to the inside of her cards. You guys all know that I'm not one to really like to fussy cut, so I do it when needed, but it's not my favorite thing to do. Yeah, this paper has some, you know, especially some of this that has like some single, you could cut the apple out and put that on there. There's some that have like the little orange slices. You could take the orange slices and cut those and just put one on the inside. If you want to, you know, step it up again, you can keep adding on to these. Okay, I'm going to do this one just like so. Oh, took it right off of there. Getting a little overzealous. Okay, now if you guys have birthdays coming up in the next months, you know what cards you're getting. When I do my monthly cards, you know that you're going to get a fruity card. Okay, we have one more here to do the inside of. Okay, then here is our, I really like this red against that Daffodil Delight. That's really pretty. Okay. There we are. Then we have 5 cards created with using one 6x6 piece of paper. Isn't that fun? I love being able to do things like that because then you really get to see how far you can stretch like a piece of paper. To just think that one 6x6 created so many cute and fun cards that now I've got 5 cards ready to go for a for different birthdays that I might need to be sending cards to. But I can stick those right in my little card drawer and have those ready when I need them. And they are so cute. I love how this paper turned out. I'm really like kind of blown away. I had them in my mind, but seeing them now, they turned out way cuter than what I could have imagined. Those are so cute. Oh, see, now I definitely want to take some of my other 6x6 papers, or, I mean, let's not get it twisted. We could use our 12x12 paper. Like, see here, we could take a Let me find one. We've got another, like this, for instance. We've got this really cool, I don't have the stamp set that matches this. So I have this Friends of the Ocean paper that I could take this and I could have so much fun making these with it. And I could do a lot with that because I've got these in 12 by 12. So I could just cut these down to 6 by 6. Now what you could do to mix and match is you could actually take 2 of your paper, do 6 by 6s and cut them both at the same time when you're cutting. And you could get so many different varieties and you can change things around. You could flip-flop these around if you're doing them on 2 different colors, or look at that and that together. Isn't that fun? Or you could even do those 2 together. Those are awesome. I mean, you could, you're really kind of like endless on being able to match all these colors together with, again, we have spring coming up. We've got so many bright, vibrant colors happening right now that you could have so much fun with this. I really dig this mushroom paper. I was thinking something along the lines of maybe even using this here with the green and then even bringing in this with it. Even though it's kind of different, you could, or even the stripes. Well, not that one, but I mean, you could do so much with these, or just cut them both again at the same time and do different things on different cards. So hopefully that gets your mojo going for some fun birthday. You don't even have to make them birthday cards. You can make them, throw some, Happy Easter on there. We've got Easter coming up. You've got Valentine's coming up. You can use some of that fun marbled, what's it called? Marbled paper, the one for Valentine's Day, and do these in the marble cards. Then you have some fun Valentine's cards to make. So you guys can have so much fun with this. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Hello, Anna. Welcome, lady. I don't get to see you very often, but you're always on my mind. So yeah, you could do so much with this one sheet wonder. It's a blast, and it really gets your mind kind of working and putting different shapes on here if you want to. You don't even have to use the dies. You could, just cut your own squares from there if you don't have all those things. So it just gets you using some paper, making some really fun cards, and not having to put a whole heck of a lot of effort to it. You guys see that it's taken me, and I talked probably about 15, 20 minutes in the beginning. So it's taken me about an hour, and you guys see that I like to talk, to create 5 cards in an hour. That's pretty good being me. Because I normally get so sidetracked, or I'm watching a show and I have to stop and I have to watch. So an hour with 5 cards is pretty good. So I hope you guys enjoyed these cards. Again, I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. It's so fun to see everybody's inspiration. You guys can download this off of the blog, pinkbarnstamper.com. You will get all the papers shown here to create these 5 cards. I will not cut them. You will have to print this off, or I might actually just add that to your card kit. But you're going to get the 6 by 6 paper, and you can cut them down as you see fit. And you're going to get the little side pieces to do this, and your little circles and your little square from the Stylish Shapes dies. So all you'll have to pretty much do is come up with your stamp sets or sentiments that you choose, and you will be making 5 super cute cards when you shop with me and spend $35 or more and use my current February host code. All right, you guys, have a wonderful rest of your evening. I love you all. Thank you all so much for coming in here. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.